gamers, and welcome to the Video Gamers Podcast. We're almost through the dull days of summer, and gaming news is as hot as a seatbelt buckle in the Arizona summer. On today's episode, we'll be discussing the early death of Splitgate 2, the insane-looking Hellraiser trailer, and Silksong has a demo coming? All that plus more in this awesome episode, but first, some introductions are in order. I am your host, Josh, and joining me, he's got more performance issues than Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. It's Ryan.
Luckily, with my level of income and advances in modern technology, we can take care of that.
Oh man. Oh, I was proud of that one, Ryan.
That's pretty good. I like that one.
And joining us, he's the man who posts trailers without watching them and contributed to the delinquency of half of our Discord server. It's Ace.
I have learned a valuable lesson that day. From now on, I'm gonna watch every trailer before I send it.
Oh man.
Vet your sources, bro. Come on,
guys.
I should have known with what it was too, but I'm just not smart like that.
I mean, we just got to talk about this real quick because this is great. So we're going to talk about this trailer too here. Well, you know what? Let's just talk about the trailer.
Let's just start with that one.
If we're going to jump into this, we're going to jump into this. We got a trailer for the, what is it? Hellraiser?
Revival.
Revival, right? Hellraiser, iconic like 80s and 90s horror franchise. I'll be honest, dude. I grew up with like Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th and Hellraiser. I have seen some Hellraisers, but I am not that knowledgeable about the franchise like overall. I love the visuals in it. I think it's super creepy, all that stuff. So we get this trailer, and the way that we discover the trailer is the one and only Ace shares the trailer in our Discord server and says, guys, check this out. And I'm like, ooh, Hellraiser game. Click. Within the first 2 seconds, this might be the most mature trailer that I have ever seen in my life. And listen, if you are under the age of 25, don't watch this trailer.
This is not PG-13.
It was a little more.
This is X-rated trailer for sure.
Why was it on YouTube uncensored?
Dude.
That's what I want to know.
So it's just funny because like I start watching this and I'm like, oh man. And then I go back to the Discord server and I can't remember who it was, but somebody goes like, Ace, did you actually watch this trailer? And you were like, well, I watched the short on YouTube. And they were like, bro, I don't think you should be posting this.
Yeah, that was Morgo. He reminded me I should probably vet the content before I sent it.
Ace was mortified, and it was like, don't watch the trailer! Don't watch the trailer, everybody!
It was up for 5 minutes, and I was like, that's 5 minutes too long!
Oh, Ace is going to wind up on a list somewhere now. So.
I will say I have done it too, where I'm a GIF poster, and I love reacting to stuff and communicating through GIFs.
Oh, you've done some funny ones.
I've definitely put some stuff through that I did not look at the whole GIF, but I thought like the beginning would fit what I was trying to say. And then after I saw it pop up, I'm like, oh no. And I delete it like instantly, but people see it, so I get you, buddy. I understand where you're coming from, but yeah, we might want to vet things before we post them.
So I will say this, incredible trailer. Instantly got me hyped for this game. One of the most mature trailers I think I've ever seen.
It's very Hellraiser, I will say.
Many years. It is very Hellraiser. Ace, I mean, you found this, like, I think your hope is that this is like an asymmetrical horror game. Like,
actually, opposite.
How would you describe this?
My hope was that this is a survival horror game a la Amnesia or Outlast, which is what it looks like to be, based on what I've read. Because Pinhead, who is the main antagonist of Hellraiser, was recently pulled from Dead by Daylight because his license ran out and they didn't renew the contract. So I knew something was coming in the Hellraiser license. And then we get this trailer. I was like, oh, this is what we lost him in Dead by Daylight for.
That makes sense.
This is worth it.
So this is going to be like the Outlast trials, like so cooperative, like survival horror.
I don't even know if it's cooperative so much as like just like base Outlast, like where it's a survival. You're a person trapped in a place. You need to navigate and get out, a la Amnesia, things like that. It doesn't look like it's one where you can defend yourself either. So
no, Dude, this game looks fantastic to me. I
yeah.
mean, this trailer really did what a trailer should do. It really captured like the weird like Hellraiser gore vibe to it. The like really freaky like supernatural characters, like the visuals on this. Like I'm kind of in, man, and it didn't take much to get me in on this.
Dude, Hellraiser's Cenobites just really have that unsettling vibe that they can carry into anything if they're done right. And I'm very much looking forward to this.
Did you say Cenobites?
I was questioning that too.
Is that like a Cinnabon? Because
no, it is definitely
right where
not.
mine went. I was like, I'm still hungry because like I'm thinking Cinnabons now.
That's what I thought. I'm like, what's a Cenobite? Is this like a little mini Cinnabon? Like, what is this?
That's what they're called. They're called Cenobites.
Okay,
it's like Angels of Death or something
cinematic
like that.
bites. All right.
Okay.
I will say too. I do like. I really enjoyed the gameplay of like the Outlast, and where when you have asymmetrics, like everybody wants to a lot of times be that hunter guy. Like so then it's not as fun to me. Like I loved Ghostbusters. It was an awesome game, awesome experience, but you know you're kind of bummed out if you don't get to be the ghost. You know, and so I like the idea of us just surviving. Like that's all you got to do. Like you got to survive and try to not get killed. So this one definitely it piqued my interest for sure.
Yeah, I check this out. Like I said, super mature trailer. Don't watch this if you are not, if you're a minor. Don't watch it.
Also, Pinhead has got to be like the dumbest name for like.
It is kind of dumb.
Such an evil
you couldn't
guy.
Name him something more.
Like you got to have like nail face or something
like
stupid. You like
needle neck or something, right? Like
needle neck.
I mean, the one that's just teeth and no eyes is called the Chatterer, so they get worse.
Okay, but that makes sense, right? Because teeth can chatter, and like that's.
He's got pins in his head. What doesn't make sense about that?
So it's too on point. Yeah. You know, it's just
on point. You say?
Oh yeah.
He didn't even mean to do that one. That was.
I did actually. No, dude, you think I'm gonna miss a good pun? Like you think I'm just come on?
All right, it was pretty punny.
All right. So guys, let's talk a couple game releases. Grounded 2, by the time this episode airs, Grounded 2 is out in the they're calling it a game preview. Like it's early access, let's be honest. That's why I don't know why they just won't call it early access at this point, but
stigma at this point, I guess.
I think it is
rightfully
the stigma of it. They're claiming the Grounded 2, even in the game preview phase that it's supposed to be in, has more content than the entire backyard of Grounded, which I played a good bit of Grounded. I love Grounded, dude. Like when it comes to survival crafting games, it's really weird to me because you have the ones that stand out, right? Like you have Valheim and you have, Satisfactory and you have Rust and you have like all these, a Subnautica, for instance. Like there are some juggernauts of that genre. But dude, like Grounded is up there, man. It like legitimately is that good. And it's weird because I always forget about it, which isn't fair to the game, but it is awesome. So Grounded 2 coming out, playable, looks fantastic. Looks like they took everything from Grounded and just improved it. Like, are you guys interested in this at all?
Oh, I definitely am, especially based on the trailers I saw where it's like just the variety of things you can do and the amount of bugs and other things to fight. And I also saw you can mount a freaking spider.
Yeah, you can.
What?
Yeah, it has mounts now, which is really
That's
cool.
pretty freaking cool. Because one of my biggest complaints with Grounded was always that you had to walk everywhere. But like, if you can get mounts, like that'll make things so much better.
Yeah, no, it's the ability to just a simple variation of like having something to ride or explore on makes such a difference in a video game. It just gives that little shake up where it's a different look, different speed, different attacks, what have you, So I'm interested. I did not play like any at all of Grounded. I've seen a lot of stuff of it, so I am excited, but I've never kind of dove into this world. So I'm excited to see what it comes out. And I hate early access so much.
We might need to try this, guys, because I'll be honest, I'm pretty amped for this, and a survival crafting game sounds really good. I mean, what's better than survival crafting game with friends? Like, legitimately, Ace, you and I played Abiotic Factor.
Oh, dude, we had such a blast. That's in full release now, by the way.
It is full release, and listen, people, we're telling you right now, Abiotic Factor is freaking fantastic. Like, I know that this is a flooded genre, but trust me when we say Abiotic Factor stands apart on that. Grounded stands apart in this genre as well, like, in all honesty. But like, I kind of have the itch for this, man. Like, survival crafting games with friends are like no other experience, because you're all working together. You've got that constant progression. And what Grounded does really well is, number one, the visuals are fantastic. You actually feel like you are like this minuscule person in this giant world. Like, you feel like you were in Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. It has fun combat. With the insects and things like that. The exploration is top notch. The crafting is top notch, and the building is top notch. Like, this game, it just really, really impresses me on all levels. So if they have improved on the original with Grounded 2, I'm freaking hyped, man. Like, I forgot this was coming out or is out by the time the show releases.
I wasn't expecting it so soon, dude. Like, we talked about it like in that Xbox game preview not too long ago, and I was like, okay, well, this will probably be like, what, the end of the year? I was not expecting an August release. Or not even August, July.
And it's Game Pass, guys. Like, we could all literally like download this game for free and play it. You know, I'm free tomorrow night. I don't know about you guys, but like, I would love to get some friends into Grounded 2, and kind of dive in and see what this game's actually about, because I have a feeling we would get sucked into this very easily.
VGP Grounded coming in.
I am hoping to see an evolution in the combat, though. It was very simple in the first game, so I'd like to see a minor evolution in that.
I agree with you there. I do like that some of the insects were overpowered. Like, you're not taking on like a stink beetle at first, you know, or something like that. So I do kind of like that aspect where it's like, you don't want to do this right now, buddy. Like, and then of course you do it and you get wrecked.
You do it, you get bodied.
Exactly.
I think though, like with survival crafting, like, I mean, which one has had the best combat? Like, is there any with like even decent combat?
That's a good point.
Valheim was pretty good.
Yeah.
I will say that I thought Enshrouded's combat
was fun. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was fun.
And I think that's part of what, I mean, Rust, but like Rust is its own kind. It's weird because like,
Rust.
I get that Rust is survival crafting, but like Rust is its own beast. I will say that I love that they are trying to make the combat aspect of these things more engaged and more involved in stuff like that, because it's a really fun part of it. I liked Enshrouded. I thought their combat system was really entertaining. I mean, it's not Dark Souls or anything, but it's fun enough that you are excited to get into combat, and you have classes like Enshrouded. You play as different classes and you get skills and stuff like that. So I think people are kind of figuring out how to put all these different pieces of that survival crafting puzzle together, and giving us kind of this whole experience. So
yeah,
sweet.
Heck yeah,
all right.
dude.
Well, it sounds like I've talked you both into Grounded 2 now, which is great.
I'm in.
So.
I'm in, baby.
Shrink me down. I'm ready.
Yeah. Okay. So this one's tough, guys. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers. It came out. There were a lot of people that were excited for this game. I saw a lot of hype on social media about it. I saw a lot of people that were like, hey, I'm really excited to dive into this. I'm not trying to be a naysayer, and this is unfortunately not a good story. So there's part of the naysayer part that's kind of like, well, you know, I told you so. But like, I just feel like a lot of these Souls-like games, and especially these kind of like these ones with this like Eastern influence, I just feel like they're a dime a dozen now, man. Like it's we just talked about survival crafting.
Yeah.
What a saturated genre, but there are games that stand out, and there will always be games that stand out. But for me, Wu Chang Fallen Feathers was just another one of those like lost in the muck of this genre being overdone at this point. Like, am I on an island here? What did you guys think about that?
If it wasn't for this story, I think it would have fallen into like the wayside for me, just like the first Berserker Kazan did. Like that came out and people rave about that, but I'm like,
I still have interest in playing first Berserker Kazan. I probably never will.
But I never will. It's like,
right.
It's like, it looks great. People say it's great. And some people are even saying that about this game, that it looks great and it's fun to play if you can run it. But I agree. They are.
We just talked about like this early access stuff, and man, I'm just like, what happened to having pride in the ability to deliver a game complete, like, here is our masterpiece. Like, why can't we do that anymore? Like, why is that so hard to give people something that's not full of bugs, not full of crashes, not full of day 1 and day 2 patches? Like, why can't we do that anymore?
It's too easy to use your audience as a guinea pig.
I mean, honestly, I like, as much as I hate to say it, I think this is twofold, dude. Like I work for a company where we sell a product and it's a complicated product, right? And I mean, we're like,
oh yeah,
we're like 10 guys, right? Like, so it's like, it's one of those things, like when you talk about like quality control and testing, it's like, you know, at my work, we have like 10 dudes. That's it that can test this stuff. And it's like, there is nothing that will substitute for 1 million people like just jumping into this and saying, okay, well, this bug exists and I found this. And like, you can't do it unless you have 1 million people to test. Like, that's just not feasible. However, at the same time, we're talking major performance issues with Wu Chang. And that's the problem, dude. And I will forever be just really peeved and upset over Callisto Protocol and how it released, because I was very, very excited for that game. The story in the game looked good. The visuals looked good. And it came out and it was an absolute just disaster of performance issues. And I just went, this is unplayable. I refuse to do this. I got a refund and I will never touch the game. Yeah. And so I'm with you, Ryan, where it's like, I get that, like, you know, you can't squash every bug in a video game ever, especially if you only have like, a quality control team of like maybe 20 people, let's say, right? But we can't help but as gamers just assume that like you knew about this and you released it anyway, man. And you just kind of hoped for the best, right? Because it's like, you got to hit that. You need to make some money. The game's been in development for however long. You've probably got a publisher breathing down your neck saying, hey, you know, release date's coming up. Is it ready? And you're scrambling going like, I mean, it's kind of ready, but
I mean,
but here's the problem. It never works, man.
No.
It never works. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers on Steam right now is at a mostly negative. And the game doesn't look that bad to me. While it looks a little generic with the exception of the art style and, you know, like I said, like the Eastern influences and stuff, like, but people are complaining and they're like, why would you do this, man? And now, instead of like hey, here's a game that people are really excited about. Like I think there was something where it had like over 100,000 concurrent players. So this was like big release, you know, and it was like, but now you've ruined your reputation, man.
Yeah. Only get one time for a first impression, you know, and that's big with games. Like, especially, people are fickle. They're quick to devote, you know, like the time you have to game is finite. It is, you know, everybody's got lives. They have things going on. And so to jeopardize that, you know, that these developers continuously do is they just put it out and they're like, oh yeah, we need to fix this, and they just do all these patches. Like you said, Josh, I mean, they're 41% with 26,000 reviews. That's bad.
That's really bad.
That's so bad. And it's just, I mean, I just personally, I miss the days of getting out of beta, getting as many bugs as you can, get them out of there, and then try to release a whole product instead of relying on those patches, because you are going to turn people off. You're going to get refunds. You're going to get, people just reading.
It's your studio reputation.
Yeah, exactly.
Too,
you're going to get those bad reputation on it, you know, and people are going to be like, no. And then you're going to turn off so many people that may have otherwise purchased this if you waited the other month, like, or 2 months, whatever it is. Obviously, business side of things changes a lot, but I don't understand why there's not a way where the publisher is also like, you know, like, hey, we want this to launch to be good too. Like, let's dial this in and meet in the middle, you know, so I don't know. I hate the early access stuff.
Let me ask you guys a question, because we're gamers, right? We're influenced by reviews and hype and all of those things. You know, we're not immune to this stuff. If Wu Chang Fallen Feathers came out and you were seeing that it was getting overwhelmingly positive reviews on Steam, and the hype for this game was just really good, the reviews were spectacular, wouldn't it make you want to look into this game a little bit more and say, guys, like, you know, I kind of want something to play. There's a lot out there, but man, this game's getting a lot of hype and the reviews are really positive. And so let me look at this. But at the same time, when you look at a game that's like, it's mostly negative, Like it's what'd you say, 43, 41%?
41%, yeah.
Like, what is your natural response to that? Are you still going to give it a try?
No.
Oh, heck no. I'm
Not
not going
at
to try
all.
that on Game
That's
Pass.
my
Are you
point,
kidding
man.
me?
That's my point is it's like, you know, like these reviews, they matter. You know what I mean? Like they absolutely matter to somebody that might be on the fence about your game, that is curious about your game. Hey, you know, maybe I'm not one of those people that was really, really amped for this release and I picked it up on release day or I pre-ordered it, right? But it's like, but if I'm somebody like me where I'm going, hey, you know, I could be in the mood for this Souls-like game. This looks kind of neat. And then I look and I'm like, oh, never mind, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I don't know what it is with 2025 too, and these like really poorly optimized game releases. But like, first you
there's
had
no
Mind's
excuse with
Eye.
how good some
That's
of
the
these
thing
games
is
have been
like,
too.
yeah, that's what they do is there's not a necessity or draw. I think the pool of gamers as a whole has gotten so big to where prior, you know, a decade or two ago, like you had to nail your launch or you're toast, you know? And now the pool has gotten so big to where, okay, maybe we don't nail it, but the people that are going to play, like there's a lot more to draw from and then we can still make a profit. We can still do well. I just don't understand the thought process of not dialing it in and getting it the best you could. Call of Duty should not be over 300 gigs. Like,
Oh
that's-
my
Oh
goodness.
gosh,
It's ridiculous.
no. Oh,
It's
heck no.
ridiculous. 300-400 gigs. And
It's
I mean,
just laziness. At
yeah,
that
it's
point.
it's lazy. It's not optimization. It's not dialing everything in. Like they've lost. I think, like I said, the pool is so big. We can kind of half-ass it and then still get this many people, and then they're okay with that. If it makes dollars, it makes sense. And so I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of the direction of these development processes. So.
Yeah. And now they're scrambling to try to make amends. And, you know, there was a bunch of PR talk in the beginning that it's like, oh, we're not really aware of any performance issues. This was intermittent. And then they had to like crawfish their way back and go like, okay, well, we have to admit there's performance issues, and that they issue a big apology and all that. And it's like, dude, just take the extra 2 months. Your reputation and the backlash is not worth whatever that 2 months worth of extra hassle with the publisher is or something like that. So, all right, we got to take a quick break, boys, and then we're going to come back and we're going to talk. Well, we've got another disaster and we've got something incredible. So we'll be right back in just a second. All right, boys, it's not mythical anymore. Hollow Knight Silksong does exist.
It's real.
It's real.
Sure.
We know it's real because we saw little leaks in these game conventions and stuff, but perhaps some of the biggest actual confirming news that we have gotten lately is that Silksong's going to have a demo that is going to be playable next month at Gamescom. It's happening, boys.
Oh, we're crashing
happening.
Gamescom, boys.
Yeah,
I don't buy it.
I looked it up. Gamescom's in Germany, by the way. So
Oh, maybe we're not.
going
Maybe
to
we
Games-
have someone else do it for.
I actually did. I was like, where is Gamescom? That'd be, oh, nope, never mind. Can't make
Never
that one,
mind.
unfortunately. Not this year, anyway.
Whatever.
The,
I won't believe it until I'm sitting there playing it. I'm
Now-
not gonna.
But if you were playing the demo, Ryan, does that make it feel more real?
No, not till I have the game.
Wait, what is
No.
that? Right? Like,
Because how
it's
long
not
has
the
it
release.
been, dude? How long has it been? Like, come on. Like, we know it's been a long time. We know GTA 6 is real. We know that's coming out. They've been all cloak and dagger and secretive for whatever stupid reason with this dang Silksong. It is driving me crazy, man. I hate it.
It's
I just want to play
true,
the game.
it's true. As excited as I would be to get my hands on the demo, it's like my natural brain response is like, yeah, but what about the real game?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
that's fair.
I'm already hyped. The demo is not going to get me more hyped, man.
No.
Like, it's just like, that's the point. So it's like a demo is meant to kind of tease you, maybe explain some of the gameplay to show you like, hey, do you want to play this game when it fully releases? Like, yes, I'm of course I'm going to play Silksong when it releases. Like, the demo is just like it's like a tease. It's like being at a restaurant and the waiter walks by with your appetizer, like sets it down on the table and then goes, oh wait, sorry, that's not you. That's not yours. You know, and then like pulls it away or something, man.
It's
Like,
those punks walking by with the sizzling fajitas, and you're like, oh, yeah. And then it doesn't go to you, and you're like, oh, man. You can hear it and everything. It's just, to me, like, this long of a development process, this long of a delay to fine-tune it and make it everything you want it to be, the waiting versus how good it's expanding. Like how if it's 85% of like an amazing game, and then they waited all this extra time and we got a 90%. Like that 5% of better gameplay or better story or whatever it is, like does not like it's not worth waiting years and years with all of this kind of deception. Like I just don't like it. I don't understand why it's taking so long. And until the game is released and I am playing the first level, I am not gonna like be into this.
You say that, but like when it's like 2 weeks away,
You don't know me.
Hey, the release
You don't
date's 2 weeks from now, and you're like, okay, I'm getting really hyped
Yeah.
now.
Oh, I guarantee if they put a demo on Steam, you two both have it downloaded,
I
playing
would
it
be
right
playing it.
now.
I'm not saying I don't want to play the demo.
Yeah,
I'm just
I mean,
saying,
I don't
like,
play it, obviously.
all right.
I sure hope
One
it
more
comes out optimized at least.
One more question for you guys. What would the rating on Silksong have to be for you to consider it a success? I mean, the hype behind this game has been legendary. We, like Ryan, like you said, we've been waiting forever. Like, what is the rating where you go like, all right, sweet, or it's like, oh,
90
that's
plus.
not as good as, like mine is like it has to be a 9. Like it
It
has
has
to be a 9 or a 10.
It has to be at least
Like,
9. If
if
Expedition
Silksong
33 is a
comes out-
9.
That's what I'm saying. But if Silksong comes out and it's an 8, like, which is arguably a very good game, but if it's an 8 out of 10, it's kind of like, but it's Silksong, man. Like to me, an 8 out of 10 is kind of a failure.
That's a
for
disappointment.
game with this much hype, dude.
They could have put an 8 like 2 years ago. Like
Exactly.
we don't need to
You
wait
could have gotten away
this
with
long.
that
Yeah.
with a shorter
Yeah.
development period.
Right?
Not this long.
But it's just funny because, like, imagine being the developer and it's like, bro, the only way that people call this a success is if this is a 9 out of 10 or a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't want that pressure on me, man.
That's so much
because
pressure.
most people are going like, I'll be happy if it's a 7 out of 10. Like,
Yeah.
that's a decent game, but it's like, I don't know, man. I don't envy them. They have tried to stay radio silent. Like, you've got to admit, like, they're not doing the drip thing. They've kind of just said, guys, we're making the game. Leave us alone. But it's the gamers that have been like, no, we want more info, and it's like, they're kind of like, well, I mean, no. And then they're finally like, well, okay. And now it's like, we want more info. So, all right, guys, we've got 2 bad stories here, man. Star Wars Outlaws come up a couple times recently on some recent episodes. We got the confirmation that the sequel to Star Wars Outlaws has been canceled.
Oof.
Ubisoft went, guys, it was one of the better games we made recently, but it didn't perform. And so we're just abandoning making a decent game. Not surprising to me, but this is again a little sad to me because it's like Star Wars Outlaws was actually pretty decent, man.
Super underrated. I don't understand. I know a lot of the internet, with the way the internet is and how they grade stuff and the mob mentality, how they latch on to things if they don't like a certain stuff. But I think this is wildly underrated. It's a bummer that this got kind of canceled. I mean, it's kind of bad. Like they only sold 1 million copies.
Yeah, that's
bad.
That cost them a lot of money, dude.
That's a lot. That's a lot of money when you put that much in. But again, I think it was a good game. Like I don't get it. Like it was a solid game. So it's just one of those things. I get why they're canceling it, but it's a bummer, man. I think it's a loss for video gamers, and I think it's a loss for Star Wars fans.
I mean, was there more to the story? I mean, you two played it. I didn't play it because I'm not as into Star Wars as you two. But was there a lot of story to still explore?
I think that, maybe. They introduced these characters. It was one of the most real Star Wars representations where it's not all just Star Destroyers and TIE fighters. It was like, this is just life in the Star Wars universe, which was really endearing to me, to be honest. I mean, it was kind of neat to have that setting where it's just like, this is how people live in the Star Wars universe. And it's not this grand, Death Star Jedi, kind of thing. I got another question for you guys to kind of pique the thought process here. Okay. Star Wars as a franchise hasn't been so great lately. Marvel as a franchise hasn't been so great lately.
Yeah, they're getting better.
I don't know about that, Ace. I don't know about that, Ace. So here's my question, right? Go back 10 years, right? Height of Star Wars hype. Marvel is just hitting their stride, and oh my goodness, man, these are some of the best movies we've ever seen. If a Marvel game came out 10 years ago, we would be all over it, dude. Like, oh my goodness, like give me a really good game in this top-notch franchise that's happening. Same with Star Wars. But does the decline of those franchises and the saturation of those franchises affect games that are trying to be made in that world at that point? Because what Ubisoft is saying, they have actually said that, hey, we thought that the draw of Star Wars would actually like sell this game. But the decline of that franchise, we think, is part of the reason why this game didn't do so good.
I 100% believe that. I 100% believe that the saturation and the just ridiculous amount of subpar content that's been thrown into that franchise lately just killed all interest. Aside from just the fact it's an Ubisoft game.
I mean, this is like a recipe where it's just like you're kind of bound for disaster at this point. But I mean, as much as I hate to say it, dude, I think that is part of the case. You know, if a game came out and said, hey, this is a Marvel game, Marvel Rivals aside, but also I haven't played Marvel Rivals in like over a month. So, you know, maybe there's something going on there too. But it's like, I think I would naturally be skeptical where I'm like, bro, I mean, why? This is, you know, this thing's on the decline. It's saturated. They can't figure it out. And so why would I have faith in a game that's trying to use an IP that I think is on the decline?
Yeah.
And it's hard because it is such a great world. And there is, I mean, the universe literally is open to Star Wars because you can travel from planet to planet and system to system and all those things. So you can create anything anywhere and it can fall into that world. So the universe is their oyster, if you will. But like when you just continuously pump them out over and over and over to hit that bottom line and to make those dollars, just because you know, like, yeah, well, it's whether it's good or not, we'll net back 60% or whatever it is, you know, and make money. Like that's bad for the brand, and overall, it's going to be bad for the consumers, and they're not going to want it. Like we look around, Josh, you know, in Arizona, every dang corner has got like 15 car washes around us. Like we have car washes everywhere. You see a car wash pop up, you don't go, oh, cool, a car wash. You're like, oh gosh, another one. Yeah. Same thing with these games. We see these same things get just beaten to the ground just to milk every penny you can out of the consumer. Like people just kind of lose interest and they're like, I don't care anymore, you know?
I think it's valid, honestly. I think it's completely valid.
All right, guys. And quite possibly the saddest story, but also a surprising dash of like honesty, which I kind of like and so this is kind of the difference in what happened with Wu-Chang Fallen Feathers and their kind of PR speak that they came out with at first. Splitgate 2. You know, when Splitgate came out, it was awesome. We were hyped. We loved playing it. We played a good bit of it. They announced Splitgate 2 not long ago. I feel like it's been like 6 months when they said, hey guys, Splitgate 2, it's going to come out this year. And we kind of went, whoa. I don't know if either one of you got a chance to hop into the beta when Splitgate 2 was having their beta. I played probably 4 or 5 rounds. I was not blown away, to be honest with you. I kind of went, Splitgate 1 almost feels better to me, but maybe I'm just, you know, it's 5 matches and I'm not giving it a fair shake. And then the beta went away and then the game fully released, and it was kind of weird because for a game that took the world by storm in Splitgate 2 really wasn't generating a lot of buzz. And I kind of went, this is kind of weird, man. I wonder why like people aren't talking about this more. Well, turns out wasn't very good, boys. This is one of those things where I don't know what caused this, to be honest. Like Splitgate was made as a college like master's project or something, to where it was like, this was just 2 people that were passionate about it. They made it. It was awesome. Then they went, maybe we should make a sequel and see if we can't make some money off of this thing. And they made Splitgate 2, but it was rife with just disaster. There was some unfortunate, like what people thought was a political statement with make first-person shooters great again. People took that to be a political thing. That caught them some flack. The game released as a, you know, you can play it, but then they had some really hefty like microtransaction prices. I think it was like $140 for like the whole battle pass or something. The game didn't feel complete, didn't have a ranked mode in a competitive shooter, like arena shooter environment. It was just missing a lot of stuff. And they finally came out and they they unlaunched the game. Can you do that?
Wait,
like,
when
guys,
did
we're
they say
gonna
you could do
unlaunch. Like, I mean, on the one hand, kudos to the developer for being like, I guess we messed up. Maybe this game wasn't finished, so we're going to unlaunch it, guys. But I've never really heard of a game being unlaunched before. Like,
I know of one, and that was
really what
Multiverses.
Okay, you know what? That is a really good point, Ace. You're right. That did come out, and then they went,
we're not
now,
done.
where's that game now?
That game is
that didn't
dead.
work either.
That game is dead. That's unlaunched forever.
Yeah. Oh, man. Is this like the new phrase when a game is canceled? Right? Like Anthem's been unlaunched, guys.
Bro, you're about to get
Unlaunched,
unlaunched, man. So like, did they actually like fully do that through? Like, is it down or?
So what they did, because I can't remember, I'll be honest, man, and this is dumb, but I don't think Splitgate 2 was completely free to play. I don't know if one of you can look up if it's completely free to play or not, but they sold battle passes and everything to this. So what they're doing is they are recognizing that the game is not meeting expectations for people. And so they are saying, hey, we need to put more time into this. We shouldn't have released it. It wasn't ready. A lot of what they were doing or they're blaming is the fact that they wanted to have secrets. They wanted to surprise gamers with some of this stuff. And so they really didn't do a lot of like game testing and closed technical tests and things like that. They did a couple, but they happened like a month before release, and it's kind of like, bro, you're kind of too late in the development process at this point. So what they're doing is they are unlaunching it. They are leaving it in a beta access like phase until they finish the season 3 or this third wave or whatever this battle pass thing is that they've got going on. At that point, I think they're just going to pull it down after they have kind of completed whatever this beta access thing is to people can finish the season or whatever. And then they're going to revamp the game, and their plan is to relaunch it in 2026. There was a fabled battle royale mode that was supposed to be in this. They, again, that didn't have ranked mode, that it's just missing a lot of features and stuff.
A lot of
Here's
people
my question.
Seem upset with its trend chasing of being a battle royale while also losing its identity with the portals and the gunplay no longer feeling smooth and fun.
One of the biggest complaints was that the portals were what made Splitgate amazing, but they kind of limited where you can use portals in Splitgate 2. And so it's like it kind of took away some of that like ingenuity and just the ability to kind of flank people. And I don't know. Again, I can't really, I played about 5 matches. It felt fine, but fine isn't going to cut it in today's day and age. And apparently it's not fine because they are scrambling now. Now, here and again, how do you feel? Like if Splitgate 2 launches 2026, is it, hey man, this left a sour taste in my mouth. I'm not really that excited. You had your chance to make a good first impression. Does their honesty count for anything where they have come out and said, we messed up, guys. We shouldn't have released the game. It was not ready. We're sorry. We're going to involve gamers in all these changes that we're working on. Does it matter is my question.
It doesn't to me. Because they had their chance, man.
Yeah.
And it is free to play. You're already using people as your test subjects to see how your game runs and how people are enjoying it, and you can tweak things as you go. But if people are just saying your game sucks. Yeah. And also your store prices are outrageous, apparently.
It's funner, it's not. And then when you have like Splitgate 1 on Steam DB, it's a 90%.
Nice.
90%, and then you're looking at Splitgate 2, it's a 60. Like that's a big drop off.
Something went wrong, man.
For sure.
And you didn't know what made your game great in the first place. Like honestly, I feel like that's part of it. Maybe it's the chasing the money and we have to spend a lot of time developing this battle pass and we have to spend time developing this monetization because those things take time and effort, man. But that's time and effort that maybe you're not spending on your game mechanics or your maps or your, progression elements or something like that. I'm with you. And this sounds bad because we say, hey, fix your game and stuff. But I'll be honest, Splitgate 2 in 2026, I don't know that even if they fix it and it's great that I care at that point, man.
Yeah, no, that's fair. And I mean, we see with the monetization of things and the cosmetics and all that stuff, the main focus that should be there is that you create a game in a world that people want to spend money on. They want to dive in. if anything other than just, getting those cosmetics, just to support the devs. I know, Josh, you and I, we're not big cosmetic guys, we're not big battle pass guys, but we bought Helldivers battle passes and cosmetics and stuff because we just wanted to support them because the game was so cool. It was only $40. We had a mountain of fun. It was amazing. And then we're like, how can we give them more? Because we feel like we're taking advantage. Like, that shows if you create something of excellence, like, people are going to want to invest more into you and into the game and into that further development. Like, that's it. You don't need to focus so much on the monetization. If you create something fantastic, that will naturally happen.
Yeah, I agree. And the gamers will tell other gamers and say, hey, come play this game with me. It's awesome, Yeah. And then now you've got somebody else that's spending money and so on. So, yeah, I'm really saddened for Splitgate 2, man. I would like to think that it's going to be great, but I honestly, genuinely think that they may have missed their window on this. And I don't know that they're going to come out in 2026 to like rave reviews and a whole bunch of hype. I don't know if they can salvage it or not.
I don't see a recovery. I just don't.
I don't either, unfortunately. So, all right, boys, that's going to do it for this episode. Man, I love talking video games with you fellas, man. It's always a good time. We got to talk about some of these sad stories. Why is it that people can't learn? Like, legitimately, I feel like this is something that we talk about over and over and over again, and we've been talking about it for years now, where it's like, just don't release your game if it's not ready. And Ryan, I know as much as you hate the early access moniker, maybe that serves a purpose. And then when you fully launch, you don't have to deal with some of these issues. I don't know. I don't know the answer, but I just know that it's like, this shouldn't be a thing where games are just releasing broken.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. So,
I don't know, man.
Yeah. All right. That's going to do it for this one, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure you click that follow button, that plus button, rate us 5 stars. If you're on Apple, write us a review that really, really helps the show. We read every single one of those. It helps other gamers know that this podcast isn't terrible and that they should check it out just like you did. So help us get the word out there on that. Come join our Discord community. We have learned our lesson. Ace has agreed to not post X-rated trailers on the Discord anymore. So, come check out the awesome gaming community. It is amazing. These people are fantastic. We talk about it all the time, but if it sounds good to you, we want you there. So there's a link in the episode description for that. I'm out, boys. Let's go play some Grounded too, man.
I love it. Heck yeah.
That sounds good to me.
Till next time, happy gaming.
See ya.
Peace out.